Yeah, now before I start this video, I've actually got a comment. I don't have it saved, but I saw the comment and they said to kind of lower the volume because I don't know if it's booming in you guys' ears or whatnot. My first thought was initially just turn down the volume, but I actually considered, because I like taking criticism, you know me with comments and whatnot, I take it all, and I actually played about with the audio, so hopefully it sounds much more clearer now and it's not just in your ears, like I'm not speaking mad loud. Hopefully it's like the ideal volume so you don't have to turn down your volume or whatnot. But comments is where it's at, and if the audio is much clearer than it used to be before, you gotta thank that comment. Literally, I take everything, as long as you're not being rude or whatnot. Even if you're being rude, I might still ask you like, how can I improve? So I take all comments, so make sure to leave a comment. But let's actually get into this video. So I gotta redo this intro, so let's go. Yeah, my name's Akashi, and in this video we're gonna be discussing Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS, the new unit, one of the 2 units, technically one of the 4 units, because these are fusion units and it takes 2 to fuse, so that's just me being cheeky. But Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS is the one we're showcasing in this video. He's a red unit and he can fit surprisingly well on both the Hybrid Saiyan team and the fusion team, but I used him on the fusion team and I felt, because me personally I've only gotten 2 stars, so it might just be because of that, or maybe I was just playing bad in those games, I don't know, some other factor. But me using him, I felt like he was a bit underwhelming on the fusion team, so I went ahead and put him on a Hybrid Saiyan team, because his Z ability actually buffs Hybrid Saiyans, but it also begins to buff fusion warriors once you get into 3 stars or Z ability 2 and above. And it's the same thing with actually Kefla, Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, except with Kefla it's female warriors, then after that it becomes fusion warriors and female warriors. But that's enough rambling, let's actually get into it, because we kind of got a bit to get into, because he's a transforming unit and his transformation only lasts 40 seconds, but you need to, I need to go over both sides of the transformation. So you got Super Saiyan GOTENKS, and then after the transformation Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS, like I've been saying. One thing I did notice though, once the Super Saiyan 3 transformation finished, they didn't split. And that's probably because they didn't split in the show, but my memory's not working very well. But I thought like it would be cool if they split, so you'd have like 4 units now or something crazy like that. That would have been cool, but they just go back into Super Saiyan form. But I don't know if I should talk before the transformation or after, or should I do both? I'm gonna go with both. So I'm gonna have to kind of be brief and quick. So strike attack 193k, this is before by the way. Blast attack 185k, strike defense 134, blast defense 127, critical 3.5, key restore 2.3. This is also at 2 stars, I also want to mention. He carries 2 strike cards. Now I do want to say that GOTENKS is a strike god. This guy, this kid, these kids, they will punch you up, trust me. But they were doing a lot of damage. But let's compare to the after transformation. Now after the transformation, it goes to 233 strike attack, blast attack 224, strike defense 150, blast defense 143, critical still 3.5, and then the key restore is 2.3. so the critical didn't really go up, and neither did the key restore, but everything else did go up. But even though everything else went up, from my experience when using him, and the Hybrid Saiyan team does a lot of buffs, I felt like his defenses were very poor. Like they could be much better, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. But that was just in my experience, I wanted to point out. He carries 2 strike cards and has quite a few tags: Hybrid Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3 after transformation, just Super Saiyan before the transformation, so he can get that Bardic buff before the transformation. He also has Fusion Warrior, Fusion, and Kids. He's not Patara like Kefla. He's the, you know, the dance, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, let's go into the cards now. So before the transformation, the strike and blast arts are normal. The same thing after the transformation. The cost does not change either, just off transformation. Galactic Donut is the special move before the transformation. It deals major impact damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 20% to distract the damage received for 20 timer counts on the hit. After the transformation, it changes to Victory Cannon. That's when he screams out his mouth, like you saw right there. It deals massive impact damage, 25% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. I never got that because like that special move buff, there's no point of it if it's 3 timer counts, because it's not like you'll have 2 in a row very often. And even if you did have 2 in a row, it's very unlikely that you'd land one. So I found that a bit odd. But the Galactic Donut buff is much better with the strike damage received for 20 timer counts on hit. Before the transformation, his special skill Arrogant Conviction, it costs 14, 20% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, and it restores health by 10%. But after the transformation, it's called Now You've Made Me Mad. It still costs 14, 25% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, and restores ki by 40. So you lose the health regeneration, but the damage inflicted goes up by 5%, so it's now 25. And you also get a ki restore instead of the regeneration of health by 40. I think the ki is much better, but even when you lose the transformation, you can go back, so it is what it is. Now, before the transformation, I need to go into his main ability. I'm going to read everything out, the unique abilities as well at first, and I'll go into the main ability afterwards. So, before the transformation, the main ability, show-stopping transformation, transform into Super Saiyan 3, transformation lasts 40 timer counts, and you get increased ki by 50, pardon me. And all you need is 5 timer counts to elapse in the battle for you to start that transformation, which is actually the shortest time out of any transformation I've seen. Besides from like maybe, you could probably get less timer counts if you use Bardock and just let a hero die in the first strike attack. But yeah, 5 timer counts, that's very quick for the transformation. But you gotta be careful because I don't believe you can transform again afterwards, and it only lasts 40 seconds. So you gotta be careful with these transformations. He does get stronger, but you gotta be wary of that time. His Z ability, this is not going to change afterwards obviously. It's 22% to Hybrid Saiyan base strike attack during battle, but it also it increases to 28% once you get into Freestyle Z ability too. And it also begins to buff Fusion Warrior. That's what I was talking about earlier in the video. His unique ability before transformation, Astonishing Fusion Power. This is the first one, there's a second one, I'm going to get into that afterwards. This one applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 30% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, -5 strike arts costs for 15 timer counts. So you benefit both ways, you'll get more damage for a cheaper cost, which is amazing. And that's literally said that's only when this character enters the battlefield, so anytime you switch in, you get those buffs. The second unique ability, Overflowing Confidence. The following effects occur upon landing a strike arts or blast arts hit. Reduces the enemy ki by 15. Whoa, that's every hit they lose ki? That's insane. That's actually insane. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 20% to strike damage received for 5 timer counts. That's for every strike arts and blast arts they get in. Strike damage received 20%. 20% additional damage. Now let's get into the after transformation, and I'll give you my opinion on it overall. The main ability after the transformation, I've gotten way stronger is what it's called. Draw strike cards next. So you get a strike cards immediately just upon activating the main ability after transformation. Increase own arts card draw speed by 1 level for 40 timer counts. So the cards that are going to be coming in are going to be coming 1 level faster. Reduces damage received by 20%, cannot be cancelled. Gradually restores own health each timer count, cannot be cancelled. And all you need is 5 timer counts after the transformation, which is amazing. Now 2 new unique abilities after the transformation. The first one's called Strength Beyond Years. Applies the following effects to self until transformation ends. So this is throughout the whole transformation, and nothing can be cancelled from this unique ability that I'm reading out. 50% to damage inflicted, -5 strike arts cost, -10 blast arts cost. All of that is amazing because he does already get an increase in strength just for transforming. Then he gets the additional 50% damage inflicted, and then the cost of your blast and strike is just going down, which is beautiful. Now his second unique ability, Indomitable Tenacity, reduces damage received by 30% until combo ends when changing cover. So if you change cover with him, the damage received will be 30% until the combo ends, obviously. 25% to strike damage inflicted for 20 timer counts when activated. The following effects occur upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Reduces enemy ki by 20. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 20% to damage received for 5 timer counts. Now with that cover chain thing, I didn't really feel it. Like it just felt like he was taking a lot of damage all of the time, and I felt like that was his only downfall. Also, his blast arts were not at all carrying its weight. Everything's just pretty much strike oriented, and with Kefla it's a bit more balanced, but the strike arts is just overwhelming. But I feel like with Gotenks he's much worse of a fusion unit than Kefla was, but I feel like that's rightfully so, because Kefla is just nuts in the tournament of power, so I'm not too fussed about that. But overall, they're both very good units. Kefla is definitely better than Gotenks. I'll rule that out right there. The fact that it's a transformation and it's on a timer count, that's also a big downfall, but that's just me being realistic. It doesn't mean that he's a bad unit, it's just that you gotta be wary of these things when you're in a battle. Like if you transform too early, it can be your downfall, because literally you'll become weaker straight out the transformation. But I'd say if I was to rank him, I wouldn't put him up in S tier with Kefla like I did in this previous video. This is coming out after the Kefla showcase. I'd probably put him at A tier if I was being very honest. Like he does do a lot of strike damage, and I like that. Kefla does more than him, but the way he was moving with his strike damage specifically, I feel it's just the fact that his strike damage is substantially more damaging than his blast arts makes it that much amazing. But it's just the fact that we're comparing it to his blast arts. But yeah, A rank I feel is pretty solid for him. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, press the subscribe button. Be on this grind. Next goal is 5,000 subscribers. 3,000 is the closest one, but I'm aiming for that 5k. But yeah, if you haven't already, press the subscribe button. Like I said, I'm not too fussed about likes, but definitely leave a comment, because comments is where it's at. That's where the interactions are. I get to talk to you guys. This video's audio hopefully is better, like I said in the beginning of the video, thanks to that comment. Any criticism like that or anything you want me to do, leave a comment, I'll get to it. I got a lot of video requests held up, but I'll get everything done eventually. But yeah, again, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm just going to let this play out on this hybrid Saiyan team. Gotenks, a good unit. I'm happy about this. Just watching out for anniversary that's coming very soon. Hopefully it's Omen Goku, so I can just be right. But yeah, my name's Akashi. I'm letting the video play out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I lost?